You've been doing a lot of travelling recently to sort of local areas, talking to local groups. What's the reaction been?
Reaction is fascinating. Huge attendance at every event we do, all of them well oversubscribed. But it's a very mixed audience that comes, in the sense they all want to see political change. They all want to see an end to poverty and inequality in our society. They're often coming from different backgrounds. Some been in the Labour Party, some been in other parties, some have been campaigners, some have never ever been involved in anything before, just come along out of interest. That's good. But it also means there's a very big responsibility on all of us to make sure that we create an organisation and a party that is welcoming to everyone wherever they've come from to join us. And so that is not the easiest thing in the world, but I'm determined to make sure it works and everyone's welcome. This is their home.
Perfect. I've got to address the elephant in the room, but I will start with despite previous public disagreements, there seemed to be a real focus on unity tonight, which was really nice to see. What would you say just to reassure members that any sort of issues that may be going on behind the scenes have now been resolved once and for all?
Look, it's pretty obvious that there were some deficiencies in the way the launches took place and the information that was put out. We have dealt with all of that, and so we have the party now registered, recognised by the Electoral Commission. We have a very strong and robust and open banking system that's likewise recognised, and so we're moving on from here. And like any organisation, there's been a couple of hiccups on the way, but we've got rid of the hiccups.
Good. So I think many of our audience will be happy to hear that. Recently, comments have been made by some within your party that many members argue are absolutely not reflective of the values that they want the party to stand for. I know you've mentioned it a little bit tonight, but as we head towards conference, will the voice of the membership as a whole be prioritised over the voice of individuals?
Of course, the membership as a whole has to be the voice that's heard. We're having these open, deliberative meetings in all parts of the UK, each English region, as well as in Scotland and Wales. I've no doubt there will be different views put forward. I suspect the fundamental views of economic justice, social justice, environment and sustainability and peace will be uncontroversial, will be agreed upon. There may be within that policy differences. That's fine. That's what politics and life is about. No two people think the same on everything. It doesn't mean they're not capable of walking down the same road together.
No, completely agree. You've been talking about walking down the same roads together. You mentioned the Green Party this evening. Obviously, Green Party membership's rising exponentially at the moment. What are you offering that's different to the Green Party? And I know you've mentioned it already tonight, but could you talk a little bit about how you'll work together to ensure that we don't split the left vote any further?
This is probably much more Labour movement based than the Green Party. We are unashamedly socialist in what we're putting forward. The Green Party doesn't pretend to be a socialist organisation, although there are socialists in the Green Party. I know and work with many Greens. I usually, but not always, agree with them. And so it will be a relationship that will be based on respect, based on understanding each other's point of view. And in quite a lot of occasions, we're going to be able to work together, because there's no point in two of us going for the same thing and both lose it. So we need to work together to achieve that. And do you know what? We will.
Brilliant. I've got to ask, as Labour leader, you experienced some pretty insane attacks from the corporate media. You're now throwing yourself into a new political project. Are you sure you want to put yourself through all that again? Because it might be worse this time.
I've been through all this stuff so many times, it really doesn't worry me. I really don't care. As far as I'm concerned, I know what I believe. I know what I'm doing. I know what our party's potential can be, and I'll work to make sure that potential is realised. If the Murdoch media, if Fox News, if so many others don't like it, well, maybe that's just a benchmark of approval.
And finally, Jeremy, what are you most excited about or most looking forward to about your party?
That we'll have a party that will unashamedly have a serious international view, which is based on peace and environment and sustainability, because I am horrified at the rush to war, the expenditure on armaments and the damage that's doing to the social infrastructure, not just of this country, but every other European country and in North America. We'll be that voice. And I work with people from all over the world. I'm part of Progressive International. I'm in the cabinet of Progressive International. We put together the Hague Group to try and bring peace to Palestine. And obviously we're part of United European Left and others. And so, yeah, I'm really excited that we'll be that voice globally and that voice for justice and social equality in Britain.
Fantastic. Jeremy Corbyn, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.